What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we've got a little bit of a different video. It's more of like a passionate rant video just about the state of Brawl Stars, but mainly ladder in general. Probably do a couple of side series of this video as the update develops, because there's still a few more weeks into this update cycle, but it's not looking too good in terms of just the community hype. So first thing I wanted to address is the recent trophy rank change. So if you guys are unaware, which I feel like a lot of people would be unaware, but you can see just a little bit on the screen right here. So in comparison, take a look at like the Poco here. So Poco, he has like one little spike above, one little spike below, and then my Barley's got 4 spikes. I don't even know what half of this means. It obviously means I've reached a total amount of trophies. So if I don't know, considering I'm one of the most dedicated players in Brawl Stars in terms of like, if it's not clear to me, how is it going to be clear to like the casual player base? I don't know. Maybe I can do some research and then I'd understand, right? But it's not as clear as, for example, just your simple ranks that you get before you reach tier max, like rank 35. What was wrong with rank 35? Why not add more ranks? Why not just make the rank look cooler? I'm unsure why they went this direction. I don't think it was a good change. I never try and make everything as casual friendly as possible, but I don't really like it whatsoever. And then there's this one with Shade, which looks pretty cool. Like, admittedly, with the wings, that looks pretty cool, but why can't we just have that with ranks? So I just wanted to get that off my chest straight away. I don't know what Brawl Stars were really thinking in terms of this. Again, a lot of people can just complain for the sake of it, but I don't think that's one of these instances. A lot of people and a lot of content creators are sharing the same thing. Another thing which stems on from like previous editions as to what was really wrong with Brawl Stars is the trophy inflation. So trophy inflation, just take a look at my friends list. I'll probably just show a little bit here. You can see it at least here. Over, I don't have all of, like, a lot of these are fans as well that I've added. Like, over nearly 200 people have 90k trophies, which is a good thing. That means they've played a lot of Brawl Stars, but it also means that trophies just ridiculously inflated, and everyone's kind of hit this, I don't know what you call it, just hit the stalemate, where we're kind of at this point now where all of our brawlers are at 1,000 trophies. Is there really much to grind for? Is there really much sense of achievement and accomplishment inside of this game? I don't really know. So with Brawl Stars falling down in popularity quite steadily in the last year, I feel like it's not as bad as it was in its really dire states, which Danny and Brawl Stars did emphasize in terms of the overall player base. But I think in terms of the hype, there is pretty much no hype, even with the Subway Surfers event, which is a good event. It actually is really good. It probably wasn't meeting the expectations to previous events, and Brawl Stars kind of are their own villain in this sense, because they put out such good updates last year. It's like, how do you constantly get better and better every single time? This isn't me defending them. This is me. They're probably trying to figure out a way of making the updates fresh and exciting again, because there's only so many like events you can do before people get sick of it, right? For example, like a lot of these events, yeah, they're pretty cool, but a lot of them are just kind of reskinned and just a little bit different than the previous one. I think the Subway Surfers event is definitely a really big step into the right direction. I will say that, but the previous ones, you know, like Angel versus Demons, like, I can't even think of the other ones on top of my head, but you get what I mean. They're normally just reskins, like the sushi event with Kenji. I know that was supposed to be a collab, but that was still just like a reskin of like mutations. So it's just been this kind of cycle, and that's where the hype has really died, in my opinion. But again, going back to the trophy state, so I think primarily I'm a ranked player, and ranked is definitely a lot better than it used to be. It's a lot more competitive, and there's a few small things wrong with ranked in terms of like the matchmaking that's going on right now. I don't want to talk about the bug, but then also just like a few sprinkles of hackers and a few other things. But overall, the ranked experience is nice, but the trophy experience, in my opinion, is just not that great. So one thing that did change was the matchmaking, which makes it so you face off against harder players, which of course is good, but it's still just this bottleneck here where you're at 1,000 trophies, and it's like, well, do I really want to push above that? Ultra trophy boxes are okay, they are pretty cool, but again, it's just a lot of like spamming. Oh, you're getting a lot of bling, you're getting a lot of bling, or you get this cool skin. I feel like they need to invent something really new and exciting into the game. And again, I'm not like a Brawl Stars dev, and I haven't got this crazy like creation spark, if that makes sense. Like, I'm a Brawl Stars player that just likes to grind the game a lot, and I'm not Brawl Stars dev. I can't think of a good idea. You guys can probably cook up something, but there just needs to be something fun and exciting in terms of something to grind for. I think the first thing they probably need to do in the next update, I know there's talks about some like new gameplay feature probably in the next update. Maybe there's the map maker rework, which might be next update or the update after, because we're still relying off that that roadmap that they did about a year ago, but I'm still thinking in terms of like pure gameplay. Like, there's a couple things, right? There's this, like with Trophy Road, there's just nothing really there. Like, if you rewind back to when rank 35 was a thing and it was 1,250 trophies, I know eventually it kind of served its purpose, and eventually it was a bit like, not gimmicky, but like a lot of people were starting to get rank 35s through like SpongeBob event and stuff like that. So it didn't really like hold the whatever the word is, like the status that it used to have. But it was still cool. Like, you can go on my profile and I've still got those legacy rank 35s, you know. I grinded for most of those and that was a good achievement. But still, even rank 30 back then for the casuals was still somewhat of an achievement. It was. I know, like, for the hardcore players like myself, it was just another thing. But it was still an accomplishment. I think now, like, a lot of people have reached tier max, but I think getting to tier max literally takes 0 skill. It takes 0 skill. You're just facing off against bots every single game, and it's more of a time consumption rather than a skill kind of thing, which again they're trying to address with this matchmaking change where you face off against harder players now, and then they've added these extra ranks to 2,000 trophies, but they're just not flashy enough. So something just needs to happen with the Trophy Road, where trophy just ladder, something needs to happen there. And again, like, they did this rework and it was good to begin with, right? Like, a lot of people probably started playing Brawl Stars a lot more because trophies were a lot easier to get. But it's quite simple to me that this is one of the biggest problems that people aren't really talking about. But I'm sure you guys have just gone over to like Clash Royale, for example, or just different games, Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite. You know, there's a plethora of games out there that are just a bit more exciting than Brawl Stars right now, which again, they can probably cook something up with this next update. But it is concerning. It's definitely concerning when you take a look at just YouTube in general. I know YouTube isn't a be-all and end-all, but you just take a look at a lot of creators. I won't go through all the channels, but you can just see the heavy dip in the views. And I know a lot of people have been getting burnt out with Brawl Stars content, myself included. Like, the last couple of months has been extremely hard just to try and find something different to do. I know I'm kind of stuck in my niche, but if I take a look at more like creative creators out there, they're just not really been posting because there's just not really too much to do. And again, another big problem for that was because of the Masteries being reworked to records. Again, another feature where Brawl Stars tend to do this a little bit, right? They kind of rework existing features in the game. A lot of the times they can be good, but sometimes they're very bad. And records was one of them. Like, I kind of see where they was trying to go with it, but they did, like, we've already gone through this drama of records, but they did admit that it was a little bit rushed. They went through several stages of like the UI system and they chose the simplest form, but choosing the simplest form was probably one of the worst of things to do, because I think it was too boring. Like, for you to replace Masteries, and again, I know they had the facts of like not a lot of people had a mastery title, not a lot of people really used it for its purpose, which I kind of get. But if you literally just take a look at when Masteries came out, and you take a look a lot of YouTube channels, I will name one person, like Corey, for example. He was grinding the Masteries. He was putting out these videos and he was hitting like millions and millions of views successfully. So that's when you know a feature is good. That's when you know a feature is hyped and it's highly desired. But what is highly desirable in the game right now? Only really pro rank. I mean, I can't even get pro rank right now. That's about the only thing. But I don't even think pro rank really holds that kind of aura in comparison to even a mastery title. Like, I'm being deadly serious. Mastery titles were just so incredibly hyped. So I'm kind of just waiting for this next best thing to happen. But it's like, how many update cycles can we wait for before we get something really insane that would change the game? I'm really fingers crossed that it is the next update. I know that they had like summer break, and I know, like, for example, Frank, the game lead, was on, I don't even know how to pronounce the name for it, but he was on like a 3-month break from work, or 2-month break. Same with Danny as well. So there's been probably a few things in the team which now that I think Frank is back at work, so we're all like connected together. I'm just hoping this next update is fire, because we need it more than anything else. I'm not in panic mode just yet, but I'm a bit for it. I'm stressed, you know. Brawl Stars is my job. I've got to be very transparent with you guys. Like, the health of the game is very dependent on the amount of money I make. If I don't make enough money, then I might have to move back in with my parents. But it's not getting to that point right now, but you get what I mean. Like, and of course, the more positive I like speak out about Brawl Stars, it will help my channel. That's just natural. The more negative you are, it does hurt your channel, etc. So there's not me being negative, and I'm not even in the best mind space personally here. There's a lot of like things going on in real life for me, but it's still it's going hand in hand right now. It's not going well out on the outside of in life, and it's not going well in Brawl Stars. So it's like I'm getting it at all angles at this point. No, but seriously, I have high hopes for Brawl Stars. I didn't really like script this video like I normally do, but I'm just at a point now where I'm a little bit like, I'm starting to feel a little bit negative towards the game. Like, not in a like bad way, but well, how can negative not be bad? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being toxic towards the game, but it's like even at that point for me where I'm playing a lot more Clash Royale, but like just behind off of videos. Normally I'll just play Brawl Stars casually because I just genuinely enjoy the game, but even as a casual on my like mini accounts or just playing a ladder, I just don't really feel the fun in it. And you guys are definitely sharing the same experience as me. I'm reading it all over social media. I'm reading it all over my comments. I'm even seeing it on my stream. Like, for example, like, again, I'm very, very gracious for the amount of viewers that I get, but my stream viewers have like took a massive hit. I think it's like, it's more than halved. It's nearly like, it's 4 times probably less than what it was like 3 months ago, for example. So I know you could be saying like there's something I could be doing differently, which I can definitely be improving my content in multiple ways, but it's just that it's there to show like the hype for Brawl Stars isn't exactly there, because the update has only been out a week. That should be like the most hyped thing. Maybe as well, another thing playing into it is that they're waiting a little bit longer for hypercharges to be released, which again, I'm unsure why they're really doing that, because balance changes for most people, they're not really like the most hype thing. Like, yeah, for hardcore players like myself and a lot of people watching this video, like, we probably will log on to try and test the meta because that's pretty cool. But for the casual player base, they probably don't even know that some balance changes have happened unless, again, they're watching YouTube videos or they're on social media. So, like, again, for example, like Clash Royale, I'm not in to date like with all of the balance changes, etc. So, like, when I log on, I don't know what's what at that point. A lot of people feel the same with Brawl Stars. So I think with hypercharge, it's quite clear, right? When an evolution comes out in Clash Royale, we know that's new content. When hypercharge comes out in Brawl Stars, we know it's new content. But for us to like wait an extra week for that, I don't know. It annoys a lot of people. It does. Yeah, that's another thing I'm kind of ranting off about. But I feel like that's going to be it for today's video. I think I've got everything off my chest that I wanted to. I just think, like, really, I just don't know. It's a bit of a, it's just a bit annoying. I'm kind of like, what can Brawl Stars really do? I mean, it's not my job to really stress about this, and I know they're probably working extremely hard. But it's not like they've just stopped working hard, Brawl Stars. It's just more so that they probably hit a creative block, maybe. I don't know. They're probably cooking up something. I know they are. I know Brawl Stars are. And all games go through these cycles. I know it's like impossible to always stay at its peak. Again, just look at like Fortnite's graph. It had an insane peak, I think, like over a year ago. I'm trying to remember off the back of my head. But it hit like after a game that came out for so long, just like Brawl Stars. And then it hit its peak after like 8 years or whatever it was, just like Brawl Stars did a year ago. And then it's going down, like it goes up, it's in cycles. Most games kind of have like a steady player base, and then it kind of just goes like this. You just take a look at the Google trend chart with Brawl Stars. It does gradually do that. So I'm hoping now we're at the bottom. Like, surely can't get lower than this. And then finally we go up pretty soon. So let me know whether you want me to follow up on any other videos like this. I have got like another video scripted that I did like a couple of weeks ago now, which other YouTubers started to release the type of videos like Brawl Stars is dying, etc. So I thought I wouldn't really jump on that bandwagon just yet. But yeah, I just want to get this off my chest. Hypercharges should be coming out tomorrow, so at least we got that. And what I'm hoping is tomorrow is towards the end of the week. And yeah, maybe we can go on from there. But let's try our hardest to stay positive, guys, and hopefully Brawl Stars are cooking something up. Alright, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.